Hey guys, welcome to today's video. So today we are gonna do wet test and review of this Wet n Wild Photofocus foundation. This is not a first impression. I'm not a believer of first impression for foundation, especially. I have been using it for straight a little over 2 weeks now, so I have formed an opinion about it. But before that, I'm gonna show you guys how long it wears. So I'm gonna use it now. I'm gonna wear it for the whole day, and I will check in time to time to show you guys how it is holding. But I have an opinion, so I'm gonna give you guys my final verdict at the end of this video. The reason I'm not a huge believer of first impression for foundation is maybe from first impression you will get the idea that I like the foundation, but it happened so many times that on the very first day it wears pretty well and I like the foundation, but after a few days I figured out that it is causing breakout on my skin or probably clogging my pores, so I cannot use that foundation. So I feel like if I give you guys a review after 2-3 weeks of use, then that might be a little helpful rather than give you guys just the first impression and show you guys how I apply it. So I have already moisturized my face with my Beige True Cream Moisturizing Balm. Always use a moisturizer before applying foundation, even if you have oily skin. Some people ask me, like, if I have oily skin, do I need to use any moisturizer? Yes, you do. Just pick a moisturizer of your choice that is meant for oily skin and use that one first. So I used it 10-15 minutes before this video, and now I am using a little bit of primer. So this is the Infallible Pro Glow Primer. I have been really liking this stuff lately. So use any primer of your choice. But since I have dry skin and this foundation claims to be matte, I generally use a glowing primer. So before the application, let me give you guys a short description about this product. So this is called the Photofocus Foundation. So main focus of this foundation is this is gonna give you the camera ready skin. On their website I was seeing that they have tested it in 7 different lighting, and it works great in any lighting with or without flash. So we are gonna test that. We are gonna test it with flash and without flash, and I'm filming it on camera so you can see how it looks exactly on camera. That's why I wanted to include this wet test, so that you can see how it looks on camera. And this comes with a glass bottle. They have 20 shades, and my one is 13th, which is a Desert Beige, and for reference I am NC40 from MAC. This is great that they have introduced 20 shades, because even in some high-end foundations like the Tarte Shape Tape, they have only introduced few shades. So being a $6 foundation, it is great that they have introduced a ton of shades for any skin type. So I'm pretty sure you will find foundation for your skin tone as well. And when you twist it, it has a silicone applicator. I kind of like this applicator. Initially I was like, what is that? I have never used anything with such applicator, but it kind of makes the application a lot easier. So if you are just using it on yourself, it is really helpful. But if you are using it on other people or sharing the foundation, applying it on client, this might not be too hygienic. But since I use it on myself only, so I can use it from the applicator. So let's first just draw some lines on my face, and I'm using my Sigma Angle Kabuki F84 brush for it. So I have also applied it with the Beauty Blender. It definitely shears it out a bit, but as you can see, it covers pretty well. I would say it has medium full coverage, and in some places where I need some extra coverage, I can just build it up with another layer. But with the very first application, you can see it has covered up entirely. So this is the first layer. As you can see, guys, I need a little more coverage here and maybe a little bit on my forehead and up here, but I can also cover it with the concealer. But let me just use a little more and see, because I always use a little more on these areas for any foundation. For this foundation, I found that it needs a little bit of setting, even though I have dry skin, and most of the times I don't set my foundation all over my face with powder. But for this foundation, I found that if I just set it with a little bit of powder, it stays longer. So that's the finished look, guys, after 2 layers. I wouldn't say 2 layers, only 2 layers up here. But overall, as you can see, it has covered up pretty well. You cannot see any imperfection on my skin, but it's not like entirely full coverage that will make you, you know, cake face. So this is the finish. I actually like this kind of finish, guys. It gives a natural finish, but at the same time it is covering all the imperfections I have. So under my eyes, I'm gonna use some corrector and concealer like I always do. So let me just use it quickly so that you can see the finished face. So under my eyes, I'm gonna set it with this Arsemino color powder. I just keep it in this jar. And I'm gonna also use this MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural in the shade Medium Golden all over my face. I'll just lightly dust it all over my face, not too intense. So before applying the setting powder, it definitely has a tacky feel and stays like this for hours if I don't set it, and it's gonna move. See guys, that's why I like to give you guys my review after a few uses. If I would just give you guys this wet test on the very first day, I wouldn't know, because I would just use it like I always do with other foundations. I just set it under my eyes and I'm good to go. But for this foundation, I felt like since I have used it for 2 weeks, I have tested it in different conditions, and now I know that it doesn't work well without setting. So if you have oily skin, definitely set it. If you have dry skin or normal skin, you have to set it too. Alright guys, so I finished the rest of my face and I set it a little bit with a little bit of my Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray like I always do with any foundation. So now let's do the flash test. So let me just put the flash on, and it doesn't have any flashback whatsoever. So I'll put up the picture here so that you can see as well. And I'm gonna come back in few hours and we'll check in with you guys. It's now 3:48 p.m. It's pretty late, but I'm gonna stay up pretty late today, so I have some work to do. And I work in different time zones, so I stay up pretty late, like 2 in the morning. But I'm probably not gonna wear the foundation till 2 in the morning, but I'll give it a fair amount of time to test. So I'll check in 4 or 5 hours. So for you it is just in 1 second. So let's get there. I'm trying to catch the breath. I just came from outside. So it's 8:22 p.m. I don't know whether you can see. Yes, 8:22 p.m. So it's around like 5 hours since I first applied the foundation. It was 3:50 after I finished the makeup, and I took 20 to 30 minutes after I applied the foundation to finish my makeup. So I can assume it's around 5 hours mark now. As you can see, the foundation is holding up really good. I have a little bit of dryness peeking through here at this area, but if you don't see up close, you will not be able to see this dry patches. It's not dry patches, I would say. Like, I can see a little bit of difference, a little bit of dryness if I look up close in the mirror. But other than that, the foundation is holding up pretty good. The blush, highlighter and everything is intact. As you can see, I haven't touched up anything, so it looks really good. At this point, I can see a little bit of shine in this area as well. If you have oily skin, you might need to touch up at this point. I have dry skin, so I don't get oily on my forehead or in any other area, but I feel like if you have oily skin, since I have a little bit of shine peeking through at this area, so if you have oily skin, you might see the shine after 5-6 hours mark. But that is pretty normal for any other foundation if you have oily skin. So overall, as you can see, the foundation, I must say that it is holding up pretty good. It looks really nice, other than a little bit of dryness up here. But I'm gonna do another check-in in next 2-3 hours, so I'll come back and give you guys my final check-in. Hey guys, so I'm back for the final check-in. It's now 11:12 p.m. Come on, focus. Here you go. So I have been wearing this foundation a little over 7.5 hours now, and at this point, as you can see, I have a little bit of oil coming through, even though I have dry skin, but a little bit of shine is going on up here. But other than that, if you look on camera and if you look at me in person, it looks pretty good. It is holding up pretty well. I have all these things like blush, highlighter, everything intact. So I would highly recommend this product if you are not looking for something that is very long wearing, like that's gonna give you 10-12 hours wear. this will be a good foundation if you want to wear it for 7-8 hours, or if you just want to wear it for a party where you are gonna stay for 4-5 hours. This is gonna look great, especially because it doesn't give any flashback and it looks beautiful on camera. So if you are wearing it on any photo shoot or for any party where you are gonna take picture, this is gonna look great. So I'm gonna wrap up here, guys, because I'm gonna go and take off my makeup. It's pretty late. So I really hope that you have enjoyed this video and found it a little bit helpful if you're looking for a new drugstore foundation, or if you're looking for this foundation specifically. So I really hope that you have found some helpful information from here. So if you like this video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and don't forget to subscribe before you go. I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye, beauties.